Today's horror manga dubbed narration is Turtle, from the horror anthology 100 Ghost Stories of My Own Death by Matono Anji. I'd like to take this time to give a very special thanks to Solia VA. Check her out in the description below as well as pinned in the top comment. Anyways, without further ado, let's get right into this chilling tale.
Turtles are so cool. I bet he'll outlive me by a ton.
What are you talking about?
Do something for me after I die, Mom. Take my ashes and feed them to Goro.
She looked at her child with a face of shock as sweat dripped down every pore.
His shell is made of bone, so it needs calcium to grow big and strong. If Goro can absorb my bones into his body, then it'll be like I'm living inside of him. Then the day you get done feeding him all my ashes, take him out to the sea and release him. Goro will go on to see all sorts of terrifying and beautiful sights out there, and I'll be right there to see them with him.
Goro. Stop. That's crazy talk.
Time passed by, and that series of unfortunate events occurred. Her poor child had passed on to the afterlife, as she stands in front of a picture of him with an incense burner. She holds the container containing her child's ashes in her hands, bringing it closer to the tank that contains the turtle.
This is insane. I know that full well. But I couldn't let my son's dying wish go unfulfilled.
Taking a hand of the ashes and feeding it to the turtle as her dear deceased child had instructed. She stands there for a moment, tears almost streaming down her eyes as the turtle devours them.
That's all for today.
She leaves the room, shutting the door behind her.
After I started feeding him the ashes, Goro grew at an alarming rate. There's only a small portion left. Today's the last day I'll have to go through this routine.
But when she returned back to that room containing the turtle, there was something quite odd about it all. She took another handful of those ashes, scattering them about the tank, but that was when she noticed. Something was completely unusual about the turtle. Embedded within the shell was a strange face.
Huh?
It bashed its head against the glass, causing it to shatter as she took a closer look.
Is that a face?
But then, the glass completely shattered and the turtle came storming out, crashing against the ground. And then it approached her at a tremendous speed, causing her to fall down onto her rump. The turtle began to claw at the doorway, and not just clawing, but also teething at it. She said to the turtle,
Goro, do you want to go outside?
It looked at her with a strange expression, and then she said,
Okay, I understand.
A few days later, she found herself at the sea, trying to fulfill her dead child's wishes. She said to the turtle,
Goro, we're here. Just like I promised you. Look out at it. This is the sea.
It was now fully inside its shell. She began to utter the name once more.
Goro,
But that was when she noticed something completely bizarre.
Go.
The face had formed even more, and the eyes had began to open, and even teeth had formed. She screamed at the top of her lungs as she dropped the turtle into the sea. And then, as she looked in horror, the turtle emerged out from the shell. As it ever so slowly made its way across the sand, stepping foot after foot into the water. And then its head began to emerge. She couldn't believe her very eyes. What she saw was a human-like face. The whole thing was completely uncanny, as a tear streamed down the eyes on the shell. That was the last she ever saw of Goro. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. I'd like to take this time to give a very special thanks to my Patreons and YouTube members. Sarah De Jesus, Motosurf, Leo, Ace Animus, Myuu, and Rich Harris. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, you're important and you matter. Have a good night, everyone. Goodbye.